Hello and welcome. My name is Meebliss, they, she, he, and this is Literally Graphic. And today we continue my on-schedule roll with Parenthesis by Élodie Durand, a French comic originally published in 2010, translated by Edward Galvin, and republished in this English edition by Top Shelf Productions in 2021. Winner of the Revelation Prize, Parenthesis has also won the Liberation Readers Prize and Poland Prize from the Angoulême International Comics Festival. As you may have heard, Parenthesis came to my attention when it was nominated for an Eisner Award in 2022. It has also apparently been nominated for the inaugural Graphic Medicine Awards as well. Looking at content notes, I was personally triggered by the tumors and discussion of brain surgery, but would otherwise note nudity, memory loss, painful procedures, and being a medical mystery/object. Obviously, a graphic memoir where we learn more than a little bit about a pivotal event in Élodie Durand's life. Flipping over to the back, French flap, Élodie describes herself as, quote, an artist and illustrator for both children and adults who has been working for over 15 years. She graduated from the School of Decorative Arts of Strasbourg and the University of Paris 8. After debuting with the international award-winning graphic memoir Parenthesis, she has also drawn the children's series La Grande Agnès, among other projects. End quote. Looking at Goodreads, it's clear that Élodie has been fairly prolific, although it doesn't appear that any other works have been translated into English yet. Hopefully that changes soon. What kinds of keywords came to mind reading this memoir? Coming of age, medical treatment, expressive, family, and France. The Goodreads description is, quote, Julie is barely out of her teens when a tumor begins pressing on her brain, ushering in a new world of seizures, memory gaps, and loss of self. Suddenly, the sentence of her normal life has been interrupted by the opening of a parenthesis that may never close. Based on the real experiences of cartoonist Élodie Durand, Parenthesis is a gripping testament of struggle, fragility, acceptance, and transformation. End quote. Reading through Parenthesis, I was not surprised at all by the number of awards it has received. There's certainly a lot of different things that make a graphic memoir a good read, in my opinion, but despite my knee-jerk discomfort taking in information that involves brains and tumors, the skill that went into the expressiveness of this comic was really awesome. So many interesting things going on with line and page layout, and yet still incredibly easy to read and follow. Spoiler alert, I'm going to highly recommend this book. The only issue is that some of it is written in cursive, the bane of my comic's existence. Lol. Sexuality, gender, and race were obviously a bit one note and not the focus of the narrative. Class didn't really come up either, but I assume capitalism was a bit easier to weather in the 90s. In France, maybe? At least as a white French person. Illness and the way it disables Durand is obviously central to the story. I really liked how Durand included interviews with her family to fill in some of the blanks she can't remember and or was not even aware of at the time, striking a tricky balance between how Durand felt at the time and what was going on from an outside perspective. Obviously, healthcare in France is very different, but the struggles with taking medication and tracking down rare treatments remains pretty relatable. It also seemed like one of Durand's doctors used forearm crutches, obviously based off of her real-life experiences, but it's also something I rarely see, namely medical professionals that are visibly disabled. To conclude, I would rate this book 5 out of 5 stars. I really do hope that more of Durand's work is translated in the years to come. Bye y'all, keep reading, and organized end capitalist oppression. And Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, an Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.